All right, welcome back into Good Morning Quad Cities. We are outside here with our plant and garden expert, Craig Hignight. He's answering all of your blooming questions, plants and gardens, and we're just going to get right back into this. We got Vicky asking, why are the leaves on my tomatoes curling, and how do I keep raccoons out of my raised vegetable beds?
Well, the leaves on your tomatoes are probably curling because somebody in your neighborhood put down herbicide. And just the fumes from that herbicide going through your garden can cause the tomato leaves to curl. As far as the raccoons, that's a toughie because they can climb. If it was rabbits, I'd say chicken wire. I'd start there. That's the easiest way to keep animals out of your garden, is just a barrier of some kind.
As I'm scrolling through the questions, I saw Rick Johnson saying fist bump to the big guy for not gargling his questions. Shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate you guys for watching. All right, so we have Jim who's wondering, can all flowers be deadheaded?
All flowers should be deadheaded. The thing is that we want that energy that the plant would normally put into producing seed into making new flowers or going into production for next year on perennials like peonies and lilacs and things like that. So yes, deadhead religiously.
All right, Nancy asks, why is my very mature hackberry tree dropping yellow leaves?
Okay, it's been a little dry. And I've noticed trees are doing a little early shed this year. Don't worry, they're still putting on new growth. So it's nothing to worry about, but I think it is related to the weather.
Vicky Peterson asking, our cherry tree flowered this spring, but we had next to none of it. The cherries come this time around. What happened?
Hey, could be a late frost nipped it. Could be that, Mother Nature just stopped the crop for this year. Don't worry, it'll come back next year. Remember on those fruit trees that you should have pruned back in March. I'm going to keep reminding you about that.
All right, now Ramona asks, my evergreen bush is half brown. What's going on with it, and will it get better? Okay,
the evergreen that is brown is probably toast. You can do the scratch test, see if there's any live tissue there. If it's totally dry like a matchstick, it's gone. Could be that something happened to part of the root system. Could be that something damaged the roots in one area, and that part of the plant went away.
You tell it how it is. Say that it's toast right there. Mary is wondering, I have an old burn pile. If I put tomatoes in it, how or would there be too much ash?
Well, the thing is, you probably need to take the ash from the burn pile and spread it across the garden. It doesn't take a lot of ash out of a burn pile to greatly mess up the pH in a garden. And before you put the tomatoes in there, add plenty of organic matter to soak up some of that caustic ash that has accumulated.
All right, thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful day we got here, Craig. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get to everybody's questions, but you guys asked some great ones this week. And if you didn't get your question answered this week, tune back in next week. Craig will be joining us again as usual. Thank you so much for coming in, Craig.
Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. And we will be right back after this break.